Hey everybody. It has been beautiful outside here, 82 degrees last couple of days. I live in the north, so no snow on the ground is a great thing. I have the tanks running. Everything is done. The top turtle basking area is the only thing I need to touch up. Right now I don't have anything in it like decor, basically, just looks. I'm going to do basic, like that terrarium, jungle vines and plants and whatnot, and drape them over the sides and get them in there and whatnot. It should look should look pretty good when it's done, but it's just not a big deal right now, so I'm not worrying about it. I don't really need, to get a bunch of fake plants. That's for me. I highly doubt the turtle will give a crap. The one thing that is an issue is right now there are still fumes coming off that dry lock, so I am not putting my red-eared slider in there. My ex-wife, who I'm still friends with, bought a turtle, an African side neck, and basically kind of like a rescue situation. So I do have that in here right now. This species doesn't rarely basks, so they're basically a 24/7 aquatic turtle. So he's in there right now chilling, digging up the gravel, playing around and everything. So I'm not worried about him. But here is the inside. There's their little pond hole. A little bit of homemade fake rock decor around it, just to give it a little bit more than just a flat surface all the way around. Thought about doing that for the sides too, but I'm just going to drape plants along the sides. So this still has fumes coming from it, so I'm not going to I'm thinking about maybe putting a bowl of baking soda in here to help absorb all those fumes. The acrylic sheets on here, it's stuck real nice. Little bit of purple coming through from the insulation foam through that sandstone dry lock. It's kind of it sticks out, I guess, but it's not that big of a deal. That one side is obnoxiously higher for a reason. I have that union valve on that pipe down there, and if/when I decide to do a waterfall, I left this higher up here so I could, build it up and do rocks. It doesn't matter where I have the waterfall coming out at, but like I could build up over top of it and whatnot. So that was intentionally left higher. After the number one thing I got to do after getting rid of the fume is hang some lights. So I got a box there I already installed, good to go, and electrical box. Now I just got to get some hanging lights, kind of like a pool table. I'm just gonna drop a couple cone style lights like that, and just having them beat right in there. I did find a couple vendors online that sell LED Christmas lights. They're like 15, 16 bucks for 20, 25 feet of light, straight 120 volt. So in the future, I will put Christmas LED lights on the underneath of this thing, so it illuminates the inside of the tank. I'm just not going to do that right now. I want to see how everything is with that just being dark, because just using the basking lights like I have in the tiny tank hanging above their basking area, and just basically go from that. I didn't really want to make something that would look off, you know, or hang on, let me rephrase that. I wanted to make sure that, you know, it was a needed thing, I guess. They might like it darker. It might look nice as a sort of cave situation, with the light just kind of beaming in through their little pond hole here. So I'm going to see how it looks with just the normal lighting before I go to any under system lighting. So, oh, got a little bit of floating sand. Oh man, no matter how much you wash this stuff, you always get that stuff. It's so annoying. Update on my fluidized sand bed filter. You can see those big old bubbles coming out. Those big old bubbles are not from the drain pipe. I have almost a perfect siphon. It's like 98% perfect siphon. Every once in a while it'll gulp some air, but it's so rare. What I have going down here is an air stone. I put, can we see it with the light there? Behind the tank there is a little Whisper air pump, and up comes the air tube. Now that was an idea that ended up working. All I have that in there for is for a power outage. When the power goes out and the sand settles, that really fine sand is really thick when it compacts together, when it's not fluid. So if I get a power out and I'm not aware of it, or I'm not around, or whatever, and the power kicks back on, this thing will flood. So I did cut off the emergency overflow, so that will kick in and work. But you know, one pipe versus the return, you know, just it'll flood. So what I have in there is at the bottom of the very, very bottom, you can actually kind of see it causing little holes here, is I have a saucer sandstone. It's almost the width, or the diameter of the saucer is almost the width of the the fluidized area. So I have that at the very bottom there, and it's just always on. When I kill the power, it aerates the sand just enough that this will get going off a trickle. And I had just a hose going from my bathroom sink in here to fill it up today, and just that small amount of water, not with the return pump on, was enough to get the sand bed to fluidize. So that was my solution to my stall problem. It works now. Power can go out for days, come back on, the air bubbles will kick in, fluidize the sand, the sump pump will kick in, everything works. So that is golden. And just to be sure, just to be safe, you know, like I already said, I cut the emergency overflow pipe to where it's just going to dump straight into the water. There won't be any blockage on that whatsoever. I did try some very interesting things before I thought about doing the bubble rock, the air rock. I took, what are they called? Like the water fans. For some reason I'm drawing a blank, but just the things you put in a fish tank to cause current flow. So I was setting them in there, and I was suction cupping them to the slant here, and having them blow down this way, and it actually worked too well. It did work, but it blew so much sand around and blew a ton of sand right out. You can see the bottom of my coldness trap, and it's the bottom of it's filled with that fine sand because it just blew it right out of the system. It was kind of funny. Technically speaking, it probably would have worked. So that was my solution. Every once in a while I get a little bit of popping noise from the air bubbles that escape through that fluidized sand bed, but it's not a big deal. Oh, and the Eheim. Yeah, let me go ahead and address that, because that's definitely worth addressing. I called the company I bought the Eheim from, and they were very nice, very polite, and told me that sometimes when the Eheim ship or whatever, the little spindle and stuff inside there gets jostled around and doesn't sit properly. So he told me, he's like, take it apart, pull the thing out, set it back in, see if that solves your problem. If not, call me back. We'll replace it. If so, hopefully I don't hear from you. So I did. Took it apart, took the spindle out. I washed it all, cleaned it all off, put it back in, and sure enough, that was it. It does not. Matter of fact, even with the spa hose, like the vibration I was getting up here that was reverberating through the whole thing is now the amount of vibration I'm getting right at the base. So that was definitely it. It just the rotor prop, whatever the heck it's called, wasn't sitting properly, and now it is. Fair enough. And it's pretty quiet. Matter of fact, the little itty bitty pump that I have running this stupid expensive waterfall right there is now louder than the Eheim. Pretty cool. Definitely happy to know that they are actually quiet, and or I didn't get a bum one. So I'm happy on that one. And that turtle is like burrowing itself. Interesting. There you go, guys. The next thing I'll do is just drop some lighting. So I got to do the lighting, which will just be chain lighting coming from my ceiling there, hanging down, lighting the area, also heating it, and getting the fumes out of that. That is literally it. It is a done deal. It is working. The water is crystal clear. So I am golden. I put a grate up here. Just painted egg crate. I decided against the little cave here for now. Anyway, that might be a future product, but for now I decided against it. Mainly because I don't know how big these turtles are going to get, so I don't want to like cut a hole and then have it be way too small, in the future. So I'm just going to ignore it for now, not worry about it, and then maybe later on if I decide and get an itch that I need to work on this thing again, I'll do that. That'll probably be the same thing with the waterfall. I'll do the waterfall when I get another itch to modify this thing. So instead of doing it all now, I am leaving room for expanding in the future, I guess would be the best way to word that. For looks, I have the whole thing coated with the dry lock. I think it looks nice. Like I said, the purple on the inseams here and a little bit along here kind of sticks out, but no big deal. The whole thing's dry locked. The back, I added an extra support with a big long sheet of egg crate, and the back is not dry locked. It's just the normal insulation foam. Everything's snug. That thing just literally just pops right in between the tank top here. It just pops right in. It's nice and snug. It weighs, well, I don't know, maybe 2 milk cartons. You know, just it's very light. Pop it off, pop it on, really simply. It turned out really well. I just got to get those fumes out of there. I don't want the turtle. My turtle basks all the time, so I don't want him sniffing those damn fumes. That can't be good for him. So we're not gonna put him in the tank until those are completely gone. All right, guys. Of course, I will obviously get another update once I have the lighting in. I'll probably do the lighting and the decor, little, plants and vines up top there. Get some bedding and whatnot and put it in there. Standard turtle tank stuff. Make it look kind of appealing, I guess. Hang the lights, and then I'll take another video of that. And then after that's done, I'll throw the turtle in there and just have a long, nice video of the turtle messing around, and I'll keep my big mouth shut and just and let you guys enjoy the tank. Till then, take care, guys.